Ground control. Ground control. Come in, ground control. Ground control, are you there? It's Major Juliana. Ground control, are you there?
Ground control to Major Juliana. Can you hear me?
Hello, ground control. I have landed on the moon. And I'm floating in the most peculiar way. But you know what? Here on the moon, I've discovered that there is a raging, rocking, amazing dance party. I don't know if you can see, but there's all these amazing beings getting down and getting funky in the most peculiar way. So I say it's time to get down and get funky in a way that is out of this world. What do you think? Are you ready? Are you ready? And there's a super guest with me who's come into space. I don't know if you knew this, but ever since last week, DJ David has been floating around in space.
Wow.
Floating through space. And I'm so glad he's here because he's the one that introduced me to this first song that we're going to do. And yes, Kiki, everyone looks older in space. This is the Star Wars disco theme. Are you ready? Major Juliana says, let's do it. Lisa. Let me see you float in the most peculiar way. Hello, Rita. Hey, Nicholas. Michelle, good to see you. Go, Tyler! Go, Tyler! Hey, good to you! Go, Borgie! Go, Borgie! Go, Jeffrey! Go, Jeffrey! Go, Jeffrey! Go, Jeffrey! Go, Jeffrey! Go, Jeffrey! Ow! Go, Rosa! Go, Glory! Go, Glory! Go, Glory! Go, Glory! Go, Glory! Hey, Ryan! Hey, Ryan! Hey, Ryan! Hey, Ryan! Hey, Johnny girl! Who's that? With all of you here in space. Now, as I said in the past, all right, we are in space. So we want to see you float around. We want to see you defy gravity. But the rules are still the same here in space. The first is make sure you have enough room to float in the most peculiar way. The second is to make sure that you have brought something to drink into space. It's a very dehydrating place, and we really want to make sure that everybody is staying nice and hydrated. All right. Last but not least, if you do not feel like being on camera today, sometimes that just happens. We have space hair or whatever is going on. All right. I want you to feel free at any time to go down to the bottom left-hand portion of your screen. You're going to click on that little camera icon and it's going to turn off your camera. And then ground control Jen will know not to come to you this evening. All right. She's amazing. She got me all the way into a whole new atmosphere. And I know she is going to show some amazing dance moves tonight. Thank you for that demo, ground control. All right, my friends, all of our songs tonight have to do with stars and the sun and the moon and planets and outer space. So let's get down and get funky. Let's plant our DMF flag on the moon. Here we go with a little bit of counting stars. Do, do.
Lately, I've been losing sleep.
I see you, Kayla. Oh, I like that floating. Oh, is that a rocket ship?
Baby, I've been praying hard.
Awesome!
Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting
Hey, Umi.
stars.
Good to see you, girl. Our countdown to awesomeness has begun, and Julia is here to be rare witness to this night.
This life like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told.
Go, Esther. Go, Esther.
I feel something so right.
Go low. Go low. Go low. Yeah, low. Oh, it's Ethan. Saturday Night Fever definitely belongs in space.
Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep.
Go, Anthony. Go, Anthony. Go, Anthony. Go, Anthony. Go, Anthony.
Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep.
Oh, Arturo. Go, Claudia. Go, Claudia. Go. Oh, Maximilian. Far out, man.
And I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word.
That's right,
Make that
Jacob.
money,
The current
watch it
phase
burn.
is mid-waiting
But I'm not that
pivot.
old, young, but I'm not that old. I don't think
Oh,
the
we're not
world is
mid-waiting
sold.
here.
Just doing
We are
what we're
full
told.
on dining.
I feel something so wrong. We're doing the right thing. I could
Go,
lie,
Daniel.
could
Go,
lie,
Daniel.
could
Go,
lie.
Daniel.
Everything
Daniel.
that drowns me makes me wanna fly. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about
Go,
the things that we
Go, Jack.
could be.
Go, Jack. Go, Jack. Go, Jack.
I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting
Oh,
stars.
Julie, we're so glad you're here tonight. Welcome to the DMF crew.
Dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying
Go, Vicky.
hard.
Go, Vicky.
Said no
Go,
more
Vicky.
counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
Oh,
Take
go,
that
Troy.
money, watch it
Go,
burn,
Troy.
sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that
Oh,
money,
look at
watch
this.
it burn, sink in the
So
river, the
many
lessons I
stars out
learned.
tonight.
Everything that kills
Visibility
me
is good.
makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
We'll be counting stars. Oh, don't just sit down. Brooklyn, Jupiter. Go, Anthony. Go, Daniel. Go, Rex. I'm sorry, is that a panda in space? I don't know about you, but we are without gravity, so we're going to be levitating. I'm going to get my stars going.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got you.
We got you and you and you and you. You're my starlight, everybody. It's going to be such a great night.
Dance with me, I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're
You're
my
my starlight.
all night. Come on, dance
Come on,
with me.
fly with
I'm
me.
levitating.
Oh, beautiful, Vicky. Floating around in
For me, I
space.
feel it in our energy. I see it's written in the stars. We can go wherever, so let's do it now or never, baby. Nothing's ever too
Hey,
far.
Raven. Look at that smile. I think it's even brighter in space.
I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars.
From the planet Michelle, she dance to move and breathe.
My sugar boo, I'm levitating.
Go do it.
The Milky
Go
Way,
do it.
we're
Go
renegading.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I got you.
I got you. I got you, Amarita.
Starlight, I need you all night. Come on,
Go
dance with me.
make the love.
I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my
All night, all night.
you all night. Come on, dance with me.
Hey, John.
I'm levitating.
Woo.
Fly away with me tonight.
What's up, Tyler?
With me tonight. Baby, let
So
me take
rolling
you
on
for a
that
ride.
space
Yeah,
floor.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me
I'm so
tonight.
glad there's a Wonder Woman in space working. I thought I was getting hungry.
Like a rocket with your blast off, and I'm feeling
Go
so electric,
Ryan.
so
Go
awesome.
Corey.
And
Go
even if I wanted
Colty.
to, I can't
Go
stop.
Tyler. Go John. Michelle.
It's
Go
like a rocket with your
Nicholas.
blast off, and I'm feeling so
Oh,
electric, that's my
Taylor. Go
awesome.
Taylor.
And even
DJ
if I wanted to, I
Taylor.
can't stop.
In and out of space.
You want me, I want you, baby. My
Hello,
sugar
my
boo,
friend.
I'm levitating.
Max Wade Gibbons in the house. Jacob, you have the coolest hat. I'm glad you brought on the shuttle.
Moonlight, you're my
Oh, my
starlight. I need
Ziva.
you
Oh,
all night.
Julia.
Come on, dance
And
with
my
me.
friend
I'm
Esther.
levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight.
Fly away with us
Baby, let me
now.
take you for a ride. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight.
Oh, Siobhan, really feeling the Dua Lipa. October. Oh, Ethan.
Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my
All night, all night, all night. Come on, dance with me.
I'm levitating.
Ow! Oh my goodness, my friend. You better walk on some sunshine. Get your moon boots ready. I used to think maybe love. All perception. I'm sure. Hello. Glad you're here. Giovanni. I feel like my gray stripe is even more prevalent in space. Hey, Jake, stop! I heard she was on the rocket ship. Go, Jake. Go, Jake. Go, Jake. Go, Jake. Hey, those glasses are far out now. I got stars in my eyes or what? All right, stay back. I'm walking on sunshine. Bobby, are you walking on sunshine? Does it feel good? I knew it would. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go Daniel. Go Daniel. Is this where you been? Hanging out? Good to know. Yeah, Therese. Break it up, sweat, one song. Yeah. That's right. I want you to stay. Oh, it's starting to feel good, y'all. I'm having a great time. Ooh. Walking on sunshine with my friend Amarita. I feel alive, I feel love, I feel love, I feel oh yeah. I'm walking on sunshine. Don't make my world so much brighter. Alisa, get down. Oh, Green Fortune. Hey, Glory. Hey, Ryan. So John. So Jake. Percent. Oh my goodness, 58 of us rocking out in space. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Don't it feel good, Scotty? Oh, yeah. Whoa, Sharon, bring the move. All right, my friends, that is a hit from the 80s. That's my time in Eden. It sure was a long time ago. But as I hear, I'm younger in space years, so I'm feeling really good about that. Let's do a little YMCA. You know it. I know it. Let's do it together. Let's be the first people to do the YMCA on the moon, right? Why not? Neil Armstrong, you ain't got nothing on us. Everybody, get ready. We're bringing the YMCA to the moon.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man,
Double.
cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there.
Double.
And I'm sure
when you have the YMCA. I've changed looks. Do I look like a space cowboy? Do I look like a space cowboy? Yeah, from space. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. All right, my friend, as I said, it's very dehydrating in space, you know, all that lack of gravity and everything. So let's go ahead and take a quick water break. Make sure it doesn't get away from you. Float away from you. Woo. Ooh. My bottle is filled with something called Tang. That is an orange beverage that ground control packed for me. Keeps me extra hydrated. Wow. You know, if I had to get two people that would make it to space, it would be Anna and Elsa. I actually, as I was coming in, I heard people from other planets singing Let It Go. I mean, it was literally just a universal hit. All right, my friends. So I thought I was just coming here to collect moon rocks this evening, but actually I found this great party on space. But one thing we are going to collect right now is something called kryptonite. Sub-Commander Nicholas, come in, Sub-Commander Nicholas. Do you see any kryptonite where you are? How about you, Commander Claire? Any kryptonite on your side? Felicia, any kryptonite where you are? All right. Hey, Valerie. Good to have you. That was a little like live long and prosper.
After all, I knew it had to be
Beautiful, Ethan.
I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand?
You know, Jeffrey, I think his superpower is smiling. Go, Tyler! Excellent, Puss in Boots, glad to have you. Yogi, you're always welcome.
You call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down.
Esther, are you with us?
If not for me, you'd be dead. I picked you up, put you back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman?
Break it down, Lily.
Will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite.
Oh, DJ Taylor, rock that guitar solo, girl. Rock that guitar solo. So let's get another rock here. Oh, take us, come in. You got all the facts? How are we doing? Everything going well? Excellent.
If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand?
Hey, Holly, what's your superpower? Your superhuman. Hey, if you want to put your superpower in chat, I'd love to hear it. Oh, I like that move, girl. Your superpower is dancing, Julie. Kryptonite. Oh yeah, Claudia, bring it to love to sing. Go Arturo, Arturo. Oh, that's like a superpower, Hobby. I like that. Hey, Troy. Hey, y'all, let's look to Jupiter with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Jennifer, this is just for you, ground control.
Searching in the sky one night while looking for the moon. I viewed a mighty light approaching in a zoom. Deep was that to tell someone of my discovery. 15 seconds later, a light appeared in front of me. To my surprise, there stood a man with age and mystery. His name is Jupiter and came to visit me. The name is Jupiter from the galaxy. I came to meet you to make you free.
Is that my friend Jack? That's it, girl. We're so glad to have you. Get down, get up. Oh, look at those shoulders shake. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
On Jupiter, such beauty in the sky. We will wait for your return in the by and by. Give your
Go,
life
lady.
to Jupiter.
Go, lady.
Memories we shall fulfill. Just a view of brighter day and do a righteous will.
Hey, y'all. Woo! Go, Aaron. Go, Aaron. Go, Aaron. Go, Aaron.
Watching and considering my mental state of mind. The flower fragrance has revealed to me the
Go,
sign.
Daniel. Go, Ricky. Oh, so much musical universe, so little time. Ah! Go Charles, go Holly, go Jackie, go Dave, go Daniel, go Vicky, go Aaron. Hey guys, I don't think I've met you before, but I'm sure I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Look at us, all passengers on this spaceship DMF. Hey, Sean. Oh my goodness, y'all, that was just so fantastic. Let's do a little Cosmic Girl, Jamiroquai. I was thinking about you, Ground Control. I thought, what would Ground Control like with you?
She was from another time, like some baby Barbarella with the stars as her umbrella. She
Well, this always reminds you of Center Stage.
Do I have to go start tricking? Cause it's you I should be checking. So she leaves a female with her cosmic eyes. Oh, now she's just a cosmic girl. Oh, yeah. From another galaxy.
Hey, Harry, does your dad like this song?
My heart's in zero gravity.
Your dad and I have the same musical taste. Woo!
Putting me in ecstasy. Transmitting on my frequency. She's cosmic. I'm scanning on my radars. Well, she said she's from a quasar.
Oh, now that's a cosmic lady if I ever saw one.
It's a
Ow!
distance
Go,
solar
Julia.
system.
Go,
Try to
Julia.
phone, but they don't list them.
Go,
So I
Ethan.
asked her
Go,
her
Ethan.
number.
I like everyone wore their
Saying-
fake things
She
tonight.
said, step in my transporter so I can teleport you all around my heavenly body. Now, this could be a close encounter.
another dimension. Go Jeffrey, go Gorgie, go Nicholas, go Michelle. Michelle, it's the coolest thing. Your bedroom fan looks like a crown on your head, like a space queen. Hey, Valerie, girl. Glad you're here. Hey, Johnny. You're a cosmic girl.
From another galaxy, transmit unknown frequency. Can't you be
Kiki, welcome back. You didn't miss anything, girl.
I need you, I want you.
Princess and Kayla, Arturo and Clark. Ow! Claudia, Biggie. All right, y'all, get your sunglasses ready, because you might as well be walking on the... Ow! Ooh, get that.
It ain't no joke, I like to buy the world a token. Teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, and teach the world to snuff the fires and the liars. Hey, I know it's just a song, but it's spice for the recipe. This is a love attack. I know when our body's back, it's just like any fat. It retracts before and back, and just like fashion, it's a passion for the with it and hip. If you got the goods, they'll come in by it just to stay in the
All right, then, I hope you got your
so
SPF
don't
on.
delay, act now, supplies are running out.
Go
Allow
in,
it, you're still
go in,
alive. 6
go
to
in.
8 years to arrive. And if you follow the may be out tomorrow, but if we off the shun, you might
We might as well be walking on
the
the sun. That's right.
25 years ago, they spoke out and they broke out of recession and oppression.
yeah,
And together
Claudia.
they took and they folk out with guitars around the
Oh,
bonfire,
yeah,
just
okay.
singing and clapping, man. What the
What
hell
the
happened?
heck
Then some
happened?
were spellbound, some were hellbound, some they fell down, and some got back up and fought back against the meltdown. And their kids were hippie chicks, all hypocrites, because fashion is smash on the true meaning of it. So don't delay, act now, supplies
Yeah,
are
man.
running out.
Hey,
Alive,
Charles.
if you're still alive, 6 to
Hello.
8 years to arrive. And if you
Aaron.
follow them, maybe out tomorrow, but if they
Okay,
off the shun,
what a
you
fine
might as
group
well
of
be
young men.
walking on the
Thanks,
sun.
Wilbur. Ow! Go Raymond and Steven. Armando.
It ain't no joke when our mama's handkerchief is soaked with the tears because the baby's life has been revoked. The bond is broke, got so choked up and focused on the close up. Mr. Wills are carry form. No God like Hocus Pocus, so don't sit back, kick back and watch the world get bushwhacked. Lose that 10, your neighborhood is under attack. Put away the crack before the crack put you away. You need to be there when your baby's old enough to relate. So don't delay, act now, supplies are running out. Allow if you're still alive, 6 to 8 years to arrive. And if you follow them, maybe out tomorrow. But if we off the shun, you might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun.
So glad to see
You
that.
might as well be walking on the sun.
Oh, my friend, that was excellent, excellent. Ooh. All right, my friends, before we move on to the next one, I want to tell you why we went for this theme. Ooh, all right. So this is our moon. This is where we came from in the very beginning of our dance party. And on July 20th, which is pretty close to today, it was about 4 days ago, in the year 1969, that was a long time ago. It's even older than I am. So basically, oh, I have space there. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. So it's somewhere between the dinosaurs and when I was born is when we landed on the moon. And this dude here is Neil Armstrong, and he is reported to be the first person to ever walk on the moon. And since we just heard walking on the sun, I thought it might be interesting to bring it up. So we're celebrating the anniversary of the moon landing. And this is the American flag. But when I was growing up on a show called MTV on a channel, they used to plant an MTV flag. We could even plant the DMF Online Community flag. But here we are. So that's how we got this theme today. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and take a quick drink of water. And then we're going to move on to our next song, which is by Bananarama. And it's a remake of Frankie Valli's song, Venus. Venus. All right, let's give this a go. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. So far in space.
Goddess on the mountaintop, burning like a silver flame. The summit of beauty and love, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah, baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire.
Well, Jacob, awesome fact. That is bananas. Go get jealous, go get jealous, go get jealous, go get jealous, go Jeffrey, go Jeffrey. Jeffrey, did you float away on us? Goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on. Got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I'm the Venus. Hey, it's Tyler. Your desire. So Brian is so much beautiful. Just a reminder, friends, if you do not want to be spotlighted, now is a good time to turn off your camera. All right? Bow, 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 bow. That's how we'll know you don't want to be spotlighted, okay? Venus. Go Johnny, go Johnny, go Johnny, go Johnny. Princess, 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 princess. Hey, it's Jacob. All right, Venus. I'm your fire. Hey, it's Johnny. Ava, can I find the right song for you? Go Julia, go Julia, go Julia.
The summit of beauty and love, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah, baby, she's got it.
I'm your Venus. Hey, he's out there. He's pretty cool. Arturo, Arturo, Arturo.
Yeah, baby, she's got it.
Go Claudia, go Max. I'm so glad so many people got animal friends to space. Now we can start a space too. Perfect. Yeah, Julie's got it. Yeah, Jack has got it. Yeah, Harvey's got it. Hey, Sandy's got it. Yeah, Vicky's got it. line dancing to space.
Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow me. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Hands up, down, up, down. Everybody now, put one hand in the air. One hand in the air. And we go from left to right. Watch this. Left, right. Left, right. Two more time, two more time. Left, right, 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 left. Follow. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. 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 Come on now, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. Everybody, jump for the left, jump for the right, jump for the left, jump for the right. Now clap and wave. Come on, clap and wave. Clap and wave. Come on, clap and wave. Everybody come. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. 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 Now repeat after me. You're repeating after me. Everybody repeat after me. Watch me. Say I love soca.
I love
Say
soca.
I love soca.
I love
Say
soca.
I love soca.
I love
Say
soca.
I love soca.
I love
Now
soca.
somebody, anybody, everybody scream.
If you scream in space, does it make a
Follow the
sound?
leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader.
All right, Michelle, you're our leader.
Leader, follow the
Show
leader.
us what you got.
Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. On the floor, we gonna
Okay.
jump and wave.
On floor, we're gonna
On
jump
the
and
floor.
wave, ladies.
We
Are you
gonna jump
ready?
and wave. Let me go. One.
One.
Get ready to jump. Two. Get ready to jump. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump and wave.
Jump and wave.
Jump and wave. Jump and wave. Jump, jump, jump. Sing. The room is on fire. We don't need no water, let the burn, burn, burn. Come on. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader.
Y'all are doing such a great job leading everybody. Everybody in this room is an amazing leader, and I am proud to follow you.
When I count to 4, we're going to move to the left 4 times.
All right, we're going to the left 4 times. Are you ready?
Until I say come back to the right. And anytime you hear the word central, central means to jump and wave. Are you
right.
ready?
Are you ready?
We're gonna
Let's
move to the
count it
left 4
off.
times. 1, get ready to move. 2, get ready to move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, move. Move back to the left. Move back to the left. Stay left. Move back to the left. Move back to the left. To the right. Move back 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 to the right. Central, jump away. Everybody, jump away. Everybody, jump away. Everybody, jump, 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 jump away. Everybody, jump away. Everybody, jump away. Everybody,
Oh,
jump,
yeah,
jump,
Amarina,
jump.
show us how you jump and wave.
Leader, follow the leader.
All right, follow our leaders. We got Charles and Amarina and Jake
Follow the
coming in.
leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. And freeze!
Oh, my friends, that was just so fantastic. You know, I have to say, I am so proud of each and every one of you guys in this room. When we started the online community years ago, some of you hadn't even met yet. And now watching you guys lead a number at a dance party, it's like out of this world, man. I don't even know what else to say. It's wonderful to see. I am so, so proud of each and every one of you. Beautiful job. Now, before we go any further into space, all right, I want to make sure that we say hello to a very special friend who has come with us. And ground control, if you happen to find Co-Commander Daniel Trush, that would be wonderful. If you could bring him up in my earpiece, that would be great.
Roger that, Major Juliana. I am currently contacting our satellite containing Major Daniel Trush. Daniel, are you there? Ground control to Commander Daniel Trush.
I hear you loud and clear, ground control.
Daniel Trush is a go. I repeat, Daniel Trush is a go. Daniel, are you having an amazing time?
I am. This is awesome.
It is
So much fun.
wonderful. Some might even say it's stellar.
Out of this world.
Best party in the universe.
See.
And that's my surprise when I landed here on the moon and found such an outrageously wonderful dance party. So, Daniel, I was going to tell everybody about the upcoming events, and I know ground control is already on putting it in the chat for us. So once we get through re-entry and back to planet Earth, I want you to sign up for the next several events. So this Friday, if you haven't had enough fun in space, log on at 12 p.m. You're going to find a whole new pilot, a whole new crew, also taking a journey into space. We have another dance party, another to infinity and beyond dance party. They're going to be reaching the final frontier and exploring even more than we did. I can't wait to go myself, so get your ticket. There's no real ticket. You just have to sign up and sign on. And we can't wait to rock with you then. Next Wednesday, all right, is the long-awaited drum roll, please. Open mic in July. I know Steph still has a couple of slots open, so if you're interested in performing, please make sure you sign up. They will get in touch with you. It's going to be a rockin' night. All right. And yeah, that's as far as we're going to go on that, because I do have a couple more songs I would like to get through. But Daniel, I just wanted to check in and make sure you're having an awesome time.
I definitely am. Thanks so much, Major Juliana.
Excellent. That was my mission. Mission complete. Now we can all just party down. So Daniel, this is a song that I absolutely love. It starts out a little bit slowly. It's by Queen, and it's called Don't Stop Me Now. Are you familiar with this song?
Yes, I am.
Can you sing a little bit of the chorus?
Don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time.
Well, if it's what you command, sir, let's do it. Don't stop us now, because we are having too good of a time. We're going to start out nice and slow.
A real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky.
You're all
like
such
a
beautiful
tiger.
shooting
Defying the
stars.
laws of gravity.
Defy the laws of gravity and rock it out harder than we've ever rocked before.
I'm gonna go.
Go.
There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees.
Hey,
Just
girl.
like call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling
Let's
with the
travel
speed
with the
of
speed of
light.
light. Let's go,
Make a
let's go.
supersonic man out of you.
Go, Hobby. I turn up.
I'm having such a good time. Having a ball.
So, now, party
Have a
now.
good time. Just give me a call. Don't stop me now.
Julia now.
supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me.
Don't stop me. Don't stop me.
Hey, hey, hey.
Don't stop working. Can't stop Jacob or Javon or Kayla or Umi, Felicia and Raymond or Anthony.
Supersonic man out of you. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good
There ain't no stopping me, y'all.
don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
All right. Ooh, let's have a little bad moon rising. Oh, bad moon rising.
I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see
Come on, Fresno. Fresno.
don't go
Go
around
around
tonight.
tonight. Bring it, Shay. There's a bad moon on the night.
I hear hurricanes blowing.
Oh, go on, Thunder.
I know the end is coming soon.
Is that Chris? Chris, you made it to
I
space.
hear rivers
I heard you were
overflowing.
coming. What's up, Chris?
I hear the voice of rage and ruin.
Hey, Kiki.
Don't go around tonight. Well, it's
But it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Oh, my friends, that was fantastic. Well, I hear there's a bad moon on the rise, so we better get ready to buzz on back home to planet Earth. Ground control, are we clear for re-entry?
The atmosphere is looking good. We are clear for re-entry into.
Copy. That's okay. Copy that, ground control. But before I go, I have to thank a couple of people from space, because we get thanks from Earth, right? But you got to get thanked from space. So first, I want to thank all of our directors, Jerry Powers, Carla Sullivan, and Nadine McNeil, for all of the amazing work that they do to keep DMF and the online community up and running. I got to thank my guys behind the scenes this evening, DMF Jackie, and of course, David Vera. You may not realize this, but they are always on these events, making sure that everybody is safe, that everybody can get on, that everybody is having a good time, and that we are staying and doing what we are supposed to be doing. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do. They're kind of like our launch crew. I also have to thank the Trush family, Ken, Nancy, Daniel, Michael, Story, and of course, baby Violet, because without them, there would be no Daniel's Music Foundation, and this wonderful trip to space would never have happened. So many hearts to you all. All right, but last and definitely not least, I have to thank the woman who makes it all happen, the woman who has my back. There we go. Okay. The woman who makes everything go. It's Miss Ground Control herself, Jennifer. Jennifer. So as I've said, guys, not only is she an amazing DJ, but she's an awesome tech. She spends a lot of time at DMF hanging out with us, and we couldn't appreciate it more. So thank you, Jen, for all that you do. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. I second absolutely everything you said, but I also want to add a final thank you, and we have got to thank our stellar DJ tonight, our amazing host for a truly cosmic, out of this world dance party. It was so much fun. I just loved it, and I can tell that everyone here did too. Guys, let's open up those mics and give a big round of applause to our host and to everybody she mentioned earlier. Amazing job. Thank you, Juliana.
You guys.
Hold on a second. Good DJ. Congrats to all of you guys. Bring this all together.
Thank y'all. You sure know how to make a girl feel special. And please believe me when I tell you, there is no other place in the entire universe that I would rather be than rocking out with each and every one of you. All right, we have one more song this evening, but before we go, I want you to remember something. Always reach for the moon. Even if you don't get it, you're always going to land among the stars. So tonight, we're going to end as we enter re-entry. Careful, it could be a little bit bumpy. We're going to end with a song by a group called Walk the Moon. And this is Shut Up and Dance. So let's bring a little bit of space back to Earth. Woo!
Look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the night, the chemical, physical,
Kryptonite! Whoa! Bound to get together. Oh, don't you care about that? Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh. That's right, Kiki. Y'all do shine bright like stars, like the beautiful stars and diamonds that you are. Teenage dream. Hey, Charles, I see ya. Bound together, bound together. Oh, go Valerie, go Valerie. Go Chris, go Chris. Shut up and dance with me. All right, yeah. Ooh, go Jackie, go Jackie, go Troy, go Troy, go Vicky, go Vicky. Scurry, 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 scurry. Go, go. Go, go, set. All right, DMF, show me what you've got. Show me what you've got.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep
Keep your eyes on. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, shut up and dance.
just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said ooh, shut up and dance with me. Shut up and dance with me. Shut up and dance with me.
Woo, my friends, what an amazing trip. Welcome home. It has been wonderful to rock and roll with you over the past hour. I'm going to open up the mics and give everybody a chance to say goodbye, good night, auf Wiedersehen. I think I am. If I figure out how to do that. All right, all right, all right. Okay, maybe I'm not because I don't think. Ah, there we go. There we go. All right,
Now we
here we
go.
go. Say some sounds.
Put spice on our.
No fighting, no arguing.
Reading in three,
Three,
in two,
two, one.
one. See you next time.